interval training, where you can go at a more assertive pace for 20 to 30 seconds, then at a low pace for a minute or so, and then repeat until you feel a light sweat coming on. And once you reach that point, you should stop, since the goal here isn't to burn calories or have this count as formal cardio. That's just to get you primed for the heavy lifting. And you should do this before every session. You're gonna feel a lot better, you're gonna have a more clear head, and you'll probably perform better and be much less likely to hurt yourself with absolutely no downside. And the general warm-up should take you about 5 to 10 minutes. And then roll that out. And if you really have tight hamstrings or glutes, you can use a lacrosse ball to really work out those areas as well. After that, I'll jump into a dynamic stretching routine, which has been shown to improve performance in several studies, unlike static stretching, which has been associated with performance detriments. However, static stretching probably isn't as bad as we used to think. The negative impact only seems to matter if you're holding cardio. I'll jump into dynamic stretching, where I'll do 10 to 12 small arm circles into big arm circles. I'll do 10 to 12 side-to-side arm swings, and then I'll do 15 or so band pull-aparts, which is great for preventing shoulder pain while benching, in my experience. And then I'll do some banded external rotations and some banded face pulls to really get the rotator cuff nice and warmed up. And usually that's about it for me if you on any vertical pressing in your program. And then I'll usually skip foam rolling on upper body days, but sometimes before bench pressing, I'll roll out my thoracic spine and my hip flexors, which can actually go a pretty long way in improving your positioning on the bench press, since the arch is going to be much easier to set up and you'll be able to get your feet set further back without risking pulling a hip flexor. And from there, I'm going to jump into my progressive loading pyramid for my main exercise. Since the working weight is usually lighter on upper body movements, I find I can get away with just 2 or 3 pyramid sets before jumping into the working sets. And if you're starting with an exercise like a row or a pull-up, you may need